Muy buenas a todos, señores, señoritas, animales, y lo que haya por allá, que estamos en otro vídeo de Genshin Impact. Y bueno, pues señores, aquí hay un cofre que encontré de pura casualidad hace no sé cuántos días, se me olvidó decirlo. O sea que lo voy a coger y ya está. Y de paso voy a ver si sube un porcentaje más este lugar. Pero hoy vamos a terminar la legendaria. Vale, tenemos un 91% en Minlin. Hoy vamos a terminar la legendaria de Jin y seguramente empecemos la siguiente, o sea, la misión de Arconte ya. La verdad. Fuera de grabación estoy farmeando muchísimos objetos para ascender al viajero, que yo creo que lo vamos a ascender más pronto que tarde, la verdad. Y también estoy farmeando objetos para mejorar el arma de los personajes. Cuidado, cuidado, que no tengo aguante. Y al final, pues, eso es lo importante, farmear, sentirse fuerte, sentirse poderoso, sentirse invencible. Vale, el cofre está ahí. O sea, un cofre sofisticado. Que vaya tela. El cofrecito. ¿Cómo coño no lo he visto, la verdad? No lo sé, nadie lo sabe. Bueno, voy a intentar acabar con este pintamonas. Venga, va, joder. Odio, de momento a los de fuego los odio, tío, porque es que de agua no tengo a nadie fuerte. Entonces, se me complica. Capullo, te iba a atacar, ¿qué haces? ¿Quién te crees? Pintamonas. Tía, que dejes. Capullo. No me quiero cabrear, tío. Estoy un poco calentito, no me quiero cabrear. Estoy un poco calentito. Y cuando uno está calentito. Venga, a comer. Venga. A ver, el pringao este. Tío, deja de escalar y vea por él, coño. Pesado. Vale, fuera. A tomar por culo. A ver, el cofre. Vale. Perfecto. 92%, oye, un 1% más. Perfectísimo. Vale, lo he cogido todo, correcto, vale. Pues nos vamos, venga, por fin. Vamos a ir hasta allí y vamos a entrar al dominio ese oculto o lo que sea que teníamos pendiente. Y yo creo que de Jin queda poco ya, poca legendaria. Ah, tenemos que desbloquear un dominio que también tengo pendiente en Liyu, que lo estoy dejando ahí, se me está olvidando, tío. Espero que no se me olvide, pero hay un dominio que tenemos que desbloquear. Así que lo tenemos que hacer luego, cuando acabemos la legendaria de Jin. A ver si no se me olvida. Vale, pues para adentro. Oye, claro que sí. Venga. A ver, derrota al mago del abismo. Sin miedo. Elimina al mago del abismo. Nada, hombre. ¿Quién conoce el miedo en este juego? Yo no, desde luego. Venga, no tardes. Vale. O sea, me ponen la salud ya, pero supongo que hasta que no lleguemos al final no saldrá. Bueno, a ver si hay algún cofre por ahí. De momento parece que... ¡Oh, tía! ¿Qué?
Are you hurt? Ugh, darn him and his traps.
How badly are you hurt? Oh, one of my own being injured because of me is the last thing I would wish for. Let me handle this alone.
No, you are in no state to handle this alone. We're coming too.
Okay, but before we move out, at least let me heal everyone with my dandelion breeze.
Thanks.
Sí, sí, Jin tiene un ataque final, la ulti, que nos cura y nos cura de una forma sublime. De momento no lo voy a utilizar porque tampoco nos han sacado tanta vida. Pero importante saberlo. Vale, y eso, el ataque normal, pues lo que hace es como que los empuja y los manda lejos. Hay que aprovechar eso también. Vale. A ver si hay algún cofrecín en alguna esquinilla. Parece que no. Parece que no. Sí, mago. Vale, lo que puedo hacer, algo que no he intentado, es esto. Enviarlos todo al agua. Todos al agua y que se ahoguen. Ay, no, no los he tirado. Venga, coño, al agua, cerdos. Claro, ese es el truco de Jin, lanzarlos lejos y que por la altura, pues, pierdan salud. Porque las caídas en este juego pierde... Con las caídas se pierde mucha salud. Ahí hay un cofre. Muy bien, muy bonito. Supongo que allí dentro puede haber algo. Vamos a comprobar. Tío, odio. Escala, coño, escala. Vale, aquí hay otro cofre. Muy bien. Coño. Bien. Vale, perfecto. Seguimos bien, seguimos vivos. Bueno, vamos a seguir vivos hasta el final, obviamente. Aquí detrás. Nada, ¿no? Nada. Vale. Venga, va, coño. Ahí, morid, cerdos. Vale, con este fuego habría que utilizar hielo, pero no tengo. Por lo tanto voy a saltar y voy a intentar esquivar lo máximo que pueda. Porque claro, creo que este ataque aquí no funciona. Efectivamente. Uf. No te caigas, joder, nada. Que se caiga, que es tonta, tío. Ya empezamos haciendo el gilipollas. De verdad, cómo odio esta mierda, tío. Nada, perder salud. Que es feliz. Y a estos cerdos. Tío, pero no les solta el botón. ¿Por qué coño se suelta? Venga, va. Que vais a morir. Pintamonas. Sois unos pintamonas. Vale, coño, Dilu. Tengas miedo, joder, reviéntalo. Que se joda. Hostia, el Heizu este cuando le suba un poco más de nivel. Porque aún no puedo, necesito objetos que están en Inazuma y no puedo. Pero cuando le suba más nivel, Heizu este puede ser una puñetera locura, ¿no? Me parece. Y eso que es de 4 estrellas. Vale, primero. Ay, no, no quería hacer eso. Venga, fuera. Vale. Voy a intentar lanzar a este también por los aires, fuera. Y ahora esto... No, falta uno. Ah, no. Uf, este fuego, tío. Eso va a ser complicado. Vale, vale. Vamos a intentar ir despacio, la verdad. Ojalá hubiéramos pillado a alguien de agua. Pero si no... bueno, le bajamos la barra rapidito. Creo que va a costar más, la verdad. Voy a matar a estos pesados slimes. Están ahí molestando y no aportan nada, coño. Venga, fuera. Y se acabó. Se acabó. Se acabó. Se acabó. ¡Pringados! Me están dando asco, los cabronazos. Me estoy quedando sin salud ya. Hijo de tu puñetera madre, cabrón. Ya me he cabreado, tío. Venga, va, resucita. Y ahora vas a curarle. Aunque de nada sirve, tío. Tío, que le apuntes a él, joder. La cámara de mierda se gira sola, tío. Muérete, capullo. Sufre. Jódete. Bueno, el cofre. Lo he cogido ya.
Thanks to Barbara's help, my condition is better than I thought.
The main thing is that you're safe. Now, isn't it time to get back to Mondstadt and rest, Acting Grandmaster?
Yes, I should at least go and thank Barbara again. I hope she's not upset with me.
Hombre, esperemos que no. Vale, bien. Vale. Regresa a Mondstadt y habla con Jin. Ese es el objetivo. O sea, no hay misterio. Regresar a Mondstadt. Ahí está. El temita, el temota, el temón y el timón. A ver, Jin. No huyas. Nah, yo creo que esto le queda poquito ya, Esto le queda poquito. Pero poquito, pocote. Vale, aquí está.
Master, you finally returned. The Animo Archon protects you.
Swan, were you waiting for me? Has something happened?
Yes, at the Angel's Share. Don't worry, it's nothing big, but...
¿Ha habido una pelea de bar?
Okay, I know I said it's nothing big, but... Alright, how can I put this? They just really need the acting Grand Master.
Huh?
Well, if you say so, Swan, I will go. I should not let the other knights down. It's fine. Now that I have had the chance to stretch my legs, I feel much better.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. You really saved me on this one.
For goodness sake, what is happening to the world? Swan used to be the most honest fellow. Now he's dumping things onto Jean.
Well, Swan was clearly agitated. Maybe it is an emergency after all. Let's go and see what this is all about, shall we?
Shall we? Venga, vamos a seguir a Jin. Entra en la taberna. Pues vale, seguimos a Jin. Ah, no, que ha desaparecido. Bueno, la taberna la tenemos allí, así que entraremos. A ver qué nos cuentan. Perfecto. A ver qué pasa. Huele bien, ¿eh? Huele muy bien. Hostia, que sí huele bien. Hostia, que sí huele bien.
Oh, what's all this?
It's a thank you party for you.
A thank you party?
Jean, when we heard the news about your illness, we were all so worried about you.
We can only imagine how much pressure you must be under as acting Grand Master, and you do so much work all over Mondstadt.
We thought that since you so rarely take any time off, we'd take this chance to throw you a party. After all, you'll never let us do this once you're back at work.
Jean?
Huh?
Is this Jean when she's shy? I've never seen her like this.
It's easy to forget that outside of work, Jean is just a normal person, like anyone else.
This is just all such a surprise. Thank you, everyone. This really means so much to me.
Well, it's nothing compared to the amount of work you do for all of us, day in and day out.
But there are so many things I still need to do.
Fear not. We wanted to make sure you could relax and enjoy yourself. So while you were away, we all pitched in and finished off your work for you.
Did you really? Even the issue with the food deliveries?
It was no different from what we see on patrol. A couple of hilly churls. Didn't take much to get rid of them.
And the tax returns?
I spent so much time doing library admin. A few more pieces of paper to deal with was really nothing to worry about.
Well, what about Margaret's missing cat?
Are you kidding me? That rascally prince was apprehended by the brilliant honorary knight. And he also reclaimed my precious astral iron strings while he was at it.
Enough already. No more thinking about work today. Enjoy yourself while you've got the chance.
It is my honor to work alongside you all. Praise be for the Animo Archon's guidance. Speaking of work, it must have been hard work to put all this together. Where did you find the time?
Actually, our friend here was the key organizer behind all of this.
¿Yo?
See all of this food and drink? He made sure it all arrived on time. Not only that, but he cooked each one of these beautiful dishes himself. So relax already. There's no need to be so modest.
Oh, fuiste tú todo el tiempo.
Of course, we also have Master Diluc to thank for the venue. Otherwise, we would be looking at quite an alarming bill right about now.
Despite my initial reluctance to sponsor a Knights of Favonius event in any way, I, like any other citizen of Mondstadt, owe Jean my gratitude for her hard work.
Oh, Master Diluc,
All right. Jean's supposed to be taking it easy. Stop crowding her.
Agreed. Now, let the party begin.
Después de disfrutar de una fiesta alegre... Vale, voy al balcón del segundo piso. Vale, ya hablar con Jean, vale. Bueno.
Oh, wow.
Amber, you look like you're about to burst into tears. Whatever is the matter?
Two things. One, this sweet madame. Did you make them?
Aunque no lo crea.
I refuse to believe it. Where did you suddenly learn to cook so well? I'm going to finish eating this, and then you're going to teach me everything you know. Don't you dare try and run off.
Madre mía.
Has Amber been drinking?
Qué bebilona. Hay comilones y hay bebilones.
Hey, having a good time?
¿Por qué dijiste que yo era el
The thing
organizador?
is, Jean knows all of us so well now. When someone organizes a surprise party for you, the closer you are to them, the more bashful you tend to feel about the whole thing. So instead, we just gave you all the credit. After all, you did do more than your fair share of the work.
Tú eres el que se sintió incómodo, ¿verdad?
Of course! This party was clearly Kaya's idea. Shy Kaya? This is gold.
This
You
is
think
good.
so?
So you admit it?
I'm only indulging you since it's such a special day today.
Vale. Tú a lo tuyo. A ver, Diluc.
That's glass number 37.
What's Diluc doing?
I'm keeping count of this bard's alarming pace of progress through my wine.
Pero
Only the
venti,
knights
amigo.
drink for free tonight.
Descansa.
It seems he didn't get the message. When he sobers up, I will present him with the bill.
Diluc, you're a meanie.
I'm joking, of course. I highly doubt he could afford it anyway, so I shall spare him the bill. But I must say, the sheer volume of alcohol this fellow can put back is just not normal.
No es normal. Es que Venti no es normal.
Ugh, my word! The Dawn Winery's wine is every bit as delectable as they say. I would never be able to afford this normally. So, in the spirit of enjoying the moment while it lasts, another glass for the bard, please. Venti can drink a frightening amount. Ah, hello! I didn't see you there. I blame the wine for monopolizing my attention. Much like my ballads, it deserves to be enjoyed for generations to come. What is this floating sensation I feel? Have I discovered the true meaning of animal power? That would be the drink talking. I hereby declare that every son and daughter of the City of the Wind must be compelled to taste this finest of wines. Here's to good wine!
Madre mía, Venti. Estás jodidamente mal. Bárbara.
This is quite a lot of excitement considering the idea was to relax and take it easy.
Would a drink help you relax?
Is there anything without alcohol?
What do you normally drink?
Oh, you know, I normally mix a few things together, but I always add some bright red.
Red? Let me guess. Tomatoes. No, watermelon.
Chilies. I add chili pepper.
Chili pepper? In a drink?
Qué bueno, ¿no? A ver, Lisa.
Leaving the hustle and bustle of the banquet behind them, the two of them stood there, together, in the quiet of the night. Well, sounds like the sort of thing you'd find in a romantic novel, no? I'm not trying to get you to recite poetry to me or anything. I'm just saying, Jean went upstairs to the balcony.
¿Qué?
Alone.
¿Qué dices? ¿Qué insinúas, Lisa? Bueno, aquí debajo ya no hay nadie, ¿no? Pues nada, habrá que ir para arriba. Que por ahí está Jean. Que supongo que está fuera. Salir de la taberna. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, it is you.
¿Te lo estás pasando bien?
Yes, I am just getting some air.
Uh-oh. It seems like something's bothering Jean.
I want to thank you again.
A ver, en realidad yo tampoco sabía nada de esto, pero bueno, te ves más optimista
It is good to
ahora.
be here together with everyone. It has lifted my spirits. And it has taught me something.
What's that?
I am definitely more of a dandelion knight than a lion fang knight. The lion fang knight represents Vanessa's past, a past in which she fought hard for Mondstadt.
But it was the dandelion knight that represented her hopes for the future, a future belonging to the newly formed Knights of Favonius.
Jean, Vanessa estaría muy orgullosa de quién
I
eres
do believe
ahora.
that Vanessa watches over us, whether from high up above or from the wind all around us.
Que el viento te
Let the
guíe.
wind lead. The winds of freedom will guide us along the path that lies ahead. I hope you will continue to join us on that path.
Pues ahora sí, señores, tengo algo en el ojo que me pica, pero bueno, el día libre de una gran maestra lo hemos superado. Una misión legendaria menos, la de Jin. Una grandiosa personaje, sin duda, vamos. Me gusta mucho. Vale, pues ya está. No nos han dado logros, ¿no? Bueno, yo tengo algún logro, creo, que se me olvida siempre de enseñar los logros. Obtén un artefacto de 5 estrellas, correcto. Fortalece al máximo, correcto. Pues ya está, hecho. Ahora sí, vamos a Liyu. Tenemos pendiente este dominio. O sea, voy a intentar acercarme desde aquí y vamos a desbloquear ese dominio. Y luego vamos a empezar ya la siguiente misión de Arconte, que la verdad, tenemos que hacerla. A ver, primero voy a acercarme. El tema está ahí, de acuerdo. Estankelu. Vale, pues... vamos al desbloquear hoy el palacio oculto de la fórmula Guizang. Ese es el objetivo. Aunque no sé si vamos a poder, porque yo... ah, sí, vale, atentos. Tenemos que activar esto. Que todo aquel que siga los pasos de los inmortales se incline ante la puerta del tesoro. Vale, yo recuerdo esto como se tiene que hacer. Si os dais cuenta, tenemos 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 monumentos elementales de fuego. Tenemos 3 columnas rotas y 3 columnas que no están rotas. De acuerdo, pues el objetivo es iluminar las que no están rotas. ¿Veis? Hemos desbloqueado esto que se ha roto. Y ahora sí, pues ya podemos desbloquear esto. O sea, no había misterio. Y encima obtendremos un logro que ahora vamos a leer. Pero bueno, ya estáis viendo que esto ha sido muy fácil, demasiado. Desbloqueamos el dominio. Perfectísimo. Palacio oculto de la fórmula Guizang con sus 5 protos. Bueno, palacio oculto de la fórmula Guizang. Sigue el rastro de los inmortales y desbloquea la puerta del dominio. Un logro muy bonito. Sí, como mi culito. Bueno, y esto nos permite subir. Y ya está. O sea, ya está. Hemos hecho esto y punto, ¿de acuerdo? Pues ya está, súper fácil. Ahora el palacio flotante, vamos a hacer eso. Aquí, bueno, ya estáis viendo el porcentaje. De momento muy bueno, en total. Vale, esto está aquí arriba, tío, no me lo puedo creer. ¿Cómo coño voy a llegar yo hasta ahí? Joder. No, en serio, estoy preocupado, no sé cómo voy a llegar. Pero bueno, el objetivo es llegar hasta ahí, o sea. Bueno. Si no llego, pues nada. Lo hemos intentado. Como odio estos momentos, Odio estos momentos en los que hay que escalar. Voy a intentar escalar por la zona esa de la derecha. Voy a esperar a que el aguante se regenere un poquito. Ahí, correcto. Vale, desde aquí yo creo que si solo con llegar saltando ya puedo quedarme hasta ahí. Voy a intentar saltar hasta aquí. Vale, quieto aquí ahora. Y ahora vamos a hacer otra ronda de saltos hasta ahí. Al final el objetivo es subir. El ritual creo que ya lo hice. O sea, ya comenté lo que había que hacer. Pero si no, pues ahora lo voy a hacer por si acaso. Sin subir del todo, por si aparece alguna escena o algo. Vale, bien. Con cuidado. Sin miedo, no hay miedo, no pain. ¡Mierda! Bueno, no pasa nada.
That's the Jade Chamber.
Está muy alto.
This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is.
Tendríamos que haberle preguntado a la emisaria, Ganyu.
Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
Venga, Paimon, hay que buscar la forma, sí. Vale, busca el modo de llegar a la cámara de Jade. De acuerdo. Pues parece que va a ser fácil desde aquí. Hay un cofre ahí,
Hey, look! some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber.
A veces el camino a la cámara de Jade.
Yes, this must be the way.
Esperemos que sí, que no sea una trampa, porque la otra opción era una trampa, joder. No me asustes. Intenta utilizar el dispositivo, ¿vale? Vale, entonces vamos a intentar llegar hasta ahí. Pum, pum. Vale, bien, 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 bien.
It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go.
Es mejor que volvamos al Illo y le preguntemos a la geoarmada.
Why?
No debería haber ningún secreto para subir, de lo contrario...
Oh, Paimon gets it. If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? All right, let's follow your plan. Then we can... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
Paimon, ¿tanto me odias?
No. Paimon may have just forgotten to think about the safety measures.
Recuerdo que la balista tenía un catalejo.
Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Venga, va, Paimon, no me asustes. Vale, el objetivo es ver a los alrededores de la balista y pues hay que ir hasta ahí. Pero primero el cofre. Obviamente, perfecto. Vale, la balista está por ahí. Bueno, pues nada, vamos a ver, señores, qué ocurre. Por lo visto no hay un punto de teletransporte cerca, así que tendremos que ir volando. Y sin miedo. Vale. Vale, el tema está por ahí. Ahí está. Bien. Vale. A ver qué es. Hay alguien ahí, Cuidado. Hay gente de la geoarmada, ¿no? Bueno, vamos a ver qué nos dicen. Hola. Vale.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Territorios sagrados son solo en las afueras de la cordillera Tiange.
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to arrest us.
No les hemos explicado que fuimos invitados.
Now Paimon's mad. You, over there. This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Ah, vale, que hay que pelear. Ah, bueno, pues dejádmelo a mí. Dedicaros a otra cosa, que esto no es lo vuestro, Sí. Venga, va, pringaos. Venga, sufrir las consecuencias. Cerdos. Venga, a dormir. A dormir, repito. Gracias. Bueno, aquí hay varios de la geoarmada, o sea que hay que ir poco a poco acabando con ellos. Porque la verdad son un poco pesadetes. Y ¡pumba! Que sí, que te calles la boquita. Solo dices gilipolleces. Tú ya no tienes salud, así que muérete. Pesado, que te mueras. No te caigas. Vale, uno menos. Se acabó, súper fácil.
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
A ver, pringao, solo estaba buscando cómo llegar a la cámara de Jade.
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests, here to look for the Lila Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh!
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
No piensas mucho, ¿cierto, Paimon?
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was...
Shh, no compliques más las cosas, Paimon.
Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them.
¿Ningguang también querrá negociar con ellos?
Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor?
Paimon, eso no es lo importante.
But... Wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything, just to respect Liyue's culture.
Sí, qué entusiasmada.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and... well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person.
Yo también tengo una buena impresión de ella.
What should we give to Ningguang when we see her?
Otra vez de vuelta al obsequio.
Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar frosted slime! Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift?
¿Y cómo hacemos esa cosa que soñaste?
With a certain boom shakalaka, of course. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches.
Claro que sí. Pum, shakalaka. Shaka, pero shaka la cabeza porque no te sirve, Paimon. Vale, pues el equilibrio. Busca los materiales que quiere Paimon, ¿de acuerdo? Pues ese es el objetivo. Y tenemos que ir ahí. Vale, pues vamos para allí. Sin miedo, señores. ¿Quién conoce el miedo? Vale. El tema está por ahí. Son 3 y solo he visto 2 agujeros. O sea, 2 agujeros. 2... marcas. Solo me indican 2 lugares, no sé. A lo mejor en uno hay 2. Vale, hay un slime ahí.
Look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
Sí. Se acabó. De acuerdo. A por el siguiente, que está por ahí. Condensado de slime delicioso. Suena bien eso, la verdad. No nos vamos a engañar. Uy, aquí.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air? Huh? Did you hear that?
Suena como si alguien estuviera cantando.
No! That was definitely someone in trouble. It came from those ruins over there. Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
Pues a por ellos, a por estos cerdos. ¿Quién coño se creen? Pintamona. Vale, yo creo que aquí lo que voy a hacer es... Voy a ser listo. Venga, a comer. Vale, he pillado una flor, Vale, pues ya tengo los materiales. Flor súper dulce. Perfecto, oye. Payaso, aquí el único que golpea soy yo, ¿de acuerdo? Abre la jaula, llave de la jaula. Confirmar. Vale, Mengdan.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders. When their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry. I will compensate you both.
De verdad, no hace falta.
Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Tus buenas intenciones son suficientes.
Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon's sugar frosted slime now comes in a beautiful package.
De acuerdo, ve a la tienda Joyas Mingxing. De acuerdo, que eso pues es lo que hay que hacer, tal, y lo tenemos en Liyu. Pues sin miedo, nos vamos hacia allí. Había aquí, no sé, los 2 ingredientes que faltaban creo que estaban aquí, la verdad. Ay, vale, a ver. No está lejos, la tienda de joyas. Ahí está. Chinchi.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure. Please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! careful.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful.
Se ve bien, ¿no? Por alguna razón no tengo la conciencia tranquila.
Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
Vale, cuidado que nos han dado un logro. Que eso va a ser lo primero que miremos rápidamente. Prepara un slime confitado, ¿vale? Pues muy divertido. Ahora el objetivo es buscar el guía de la Cámara de Jade, que eso lo tenemos pues allí. Desde aquí vamos a llegar antes, la verdad, porque esto está alto. Solo hay que tirarse y catapum. No hay misterio. Venga, vamos. Bueno, podemos hacer esto de la espada, así caemos sin perder vida, de forma garantizada, y no tenemos que estar dejando de volar. Vale. Ahí está. ¡Buyun!
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes.
Eso es que...
How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
Hay cosas que no se pueden responder. Bueno. Llegó el momento, señores.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
Es la primera vez que vengo a un lugar tan alto.
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations.
Qué ambicioso es el equilibrio
Not
celestial.
many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
Hace poco me encontré con el equilibrio terrenal.
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time,
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest.
Genshin dijo que las 7 estrellas no le desean el mal a Rex
I wouldn't
Lapis.
expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
Qué bonito, ¿no? Un logro. Momentito. Primero el logro, que es al infinito y más allá. Llega hasta el palacio flotante de Liyue. Qué bonito, sí señor. Pues ya hemos llegado. Ahora hay que hablar con Ningguang. Qué bonito paisaje. Esto es una delicia.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Sí, tengo una idea general.
Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions?
Pero entonces, ¿por qué resguardan la exuvia?
That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
Tiene que ser...
What are you two talking about?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
Venga, vamos a seguir a Ningguang. Que yo hay algo que no entiendo. Es que Ningguang es un personaje de 4 estrellas. Y debería ser de 5, yo creo. Bueno, entremos a la cámara. Ay, 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 ay.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Bueno, pues este lugar es impresionante, la verdad. Jodidamente impresionante. Y ahí está Ningguang.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you...
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Eso de ahí es...
Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
A ver... Entre tú, que crees en los dioses, y ella...
You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power.
Supongo que los Fatui están detrás de estos
Indeed.
rumores.
It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
Paimon, ¿puedes dejar de pensar en eso por un momento?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall.
¿Qué le pasa?
Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail.
Del tamaño de la uña del dedo meñique eres.
Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for.
Ay,
Let's grab
señor.
one, the biggest one.
El más grande. Escoge un pedazo de nieve de papel. A ver.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue, spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out.
Claramente, Ningguang está tratando de llevarnos allí.
You really think so? Well, should we not go then?
No, tengo otra idea.
So you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
Venga, sin miedo, Paimon. De acuerdo, hemos superado el equilibrio y el siguiente objetivo es la fragancia de la soledad. Vea lugar marcado en la nieve de papel. Ahí lo pone. Y eso lo tenemos allí. Vale, antes de irnos vamos a coger los dos brillos que hay aquí. Aunque primero a ver qué dice Ningguang.
So, have you made your choice? You don't have to confirm it with me. Just afterwards, why not sit down for a while in the Jade Chamber? Or have a short stroll?
Gracias por su hospitalidad. Vale, en el otro lado que nos dice... Tenemos que irnos. Sí, sí, no te preocupes tú. No sufras, no sufras. Vale, a ver, aquí que había... Costumbres de Liyue. La bienvenida del Arconte, vale. Es un... A ver, voy a mirar el archivo dentro de libros. Costumbres de Liyue. Por aquí tiene que haber algo llamado Costumbres de Liyue, porque a mí me suena que eso... ¿Veis? Costumbres de Liyue. No sé si es el volumen 2. Voy a hacerlo como si fuera el 2. Me la voy a jugar, no sé. ¿De acuerdo? El tema es que... Bueno, está en la cámara de Ningguang. Bueno, pues no sé. Bueno, pues el volumen 2 de las costumbres de Liyue lo tenemos dentro de la cámara de Jade. Cuando hacemos la misión de Arconte y estamos aquí dentro, pues está este volumen. Que lo tenemos ahí, ¿de acuerdo? Muy bonito. Voy a comprobar si era el 2. Espero que sí, si no pues cambio el discurso y se acabó. Costumbres de Liyu. Era el 2, bien, perfecto. A ver, que hay otra cosa que brilla, ¿qué es? La perla de Teyvat. Esto de la perla a mí me suena también, pero no sé de qué. No era tienda, coño. Archivo. La perla de Teyvat. Yo eso de la perla no tengo ni puñetera idea. La pulsera de perlas. No será esto, ¿no? No tiene pinta, no cierres, coño. La perla de Teyvat. Pues voy a hacer como si fuera otro volumen y ya está, porque yo aquí no veo nada de la perla de Teyvat, ¿eh? No veo nada, así que bueno, voy a hacer como si fuera, no sé, el volumen me da igual. A lo mejor es... Bueno, no sé. Bueno, dentro de la Cámara de Jade tenemos un libro que se llama La perla de Teyvat, que se puede coger cuando hacemos la misión de Arconte, en la que entramos aquí, y lo tenemos aquí. La perla de Teyvat. Muy bien. Perfectísimo. De acuerdo, pues esto... ya veremos para qué es. Cuaderno extraño. El nuevo pedido de costumbres de Liyu. La bienvenida del Arconte, solicitado hace 2 días, ha sido enviado de la Cámara de Jade. Vale. Cuidado, Cuidado, que a lo mejor eso es una pista acerca de algo, ¿Quién sabe? Bueno, aquí había alguien. No sé si puedo hablar con alguien. Había visto a alguien ahí con quien se podía hablar. ¿Dónde coño está? Ah, es aquella de rojo. ¿Te puedo ayudar en algo? Hola. ¿Sí? ¿Qué puedes contarme? Bueno, si alguien lo quiere leer, yo lo paso rápido. Básicamente, por si tiene algún tesoro que darme. A ver, vale. Adoro a la señorita Ningguang. Vale. Vale. ¿Qué me das? Guía del oro. Vale, bien, es un objeto muy bueno. Perfecto. Pues vamos hacia ahí, aunque ya son 57 minutos llevamos ya, haremos poca cosa más, pero bueno, el avance ya ha sido bastante bueno. En el siguiente vídeo terminamos esta misión de Arconte 100%, señores. Creo, diría yo que sí. De momento voy a... Uf, cuidado, voy a buscar marcado en la nieve de papel. En la nieve de papel. Yo no sé si tendrá algún objeto de misión por ahí que no he mirado. Voy a mirar, porque el objetivo está aquí. Voy a mirar, Bueno, tenemos esto, que es luego del libro, pero eso lo voy a ignorar de momento. Vale. Hola, amigos. Aquel de allí no me gusta, tío. Aquel de allí no me gusta. Que no me vea, tío. Porque ese se pone la barra y me voy a tomar por culo, tío. Odio que me tiren, de verdad. Es lo que más odio. Cuidado, que viene. Joder, qué hijo de perra. Bueno, por lo menos matamos a uno. Gracias, cerdo. Cuidado. Cuidado, que este saca mucha vida. Vale, bien, está tonto ya. Lo hemos dejado tonto. Hay que aprovechar. Bien. Vale, otro. Faltaba uno, pero no sé dónde coño está. El tema está arriba, Efectivamente, ahí está el capullo este. Vale, rápido. Hay que evitar que se ponga la barra, tío. Vale, muerto, bien. Ahora sí, ya podemos ir. Hostia, ¿qué más? Vale. Bien. Voy a intentar matarlo. Vale, cuidado. Que acá hay otro. Uf, voy a intentar utilizar todos los ataques elementales que tengo. Y sin miedo. Voy a intentar usar este de Shanlin. Vale, va a morir. Bien. Revisa la investigación de los Fatui. Que eso está aquí. Y esto es lo último que vamos a hacer. Parece que copiaron en ellos el patrón del talismán.
Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious.
No es solo una reliquia.
Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the sigil of permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous.
No hay duda de que los Fatui están tramando algo.
The plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhongli soon. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Pues cállate, Paimon, por favor. De acuerdo, es el siguiente objetivo. Tenemos que reunirnos con Zhongli justamente ahí. Pero eso ya lo vamos a hacer otro día, ¿de acuerdo? Por hoy yo creo que el avance ha sido muy bueno. Así que yo me despido ya y no me enrollo más. Disfrutad de vuestros días, pero recordad sobre todo de vuestras noches. Hasta la próxima.